Hi, and welcome to Steps to Strides with me, Connor Ratcliffe. Today we're back in the garage gym looking at some potential loading strategies for our calf, Achilles and our plantar fascia. Today's exercise is going to be a single or double limb tiptoe raise with or without weight. Now this is a nice easy exercise, and because we're not looking at sort of biasing the load anywhere, if you go and look at our exercises for tibialis posterior or peroneus longus, you'll see the modified versions of single and double limb tiptoe raise. This doesn't need too many specific cues, but there are still, again, some nuances and specificity to consider in our setup. So, first of all, because we're going to be loading forefoot for reps, like some of those other videos where we're doing weight bearing tiptoe raises, especially those variation videos, we want to make sure we're not overloading forefoot. Now, we don't need specific cues here, but we do want fairly equal distribution across forefoot, and what we don't want is to overload. So we want to make sure we're doing it on a nice soft mat. We want to make sure that we're doing it in potentially trainers, but if they've got a drop or offset in them, then that will limit range of motion because you're going to start from a bit of plantar flexion and a deficit. But be mindful, you don't want to prescribe an exercise and then end up with another pathology as a result of it. So you can still sort of separate out strength balance here, but in a double limb position, you might find their stability isn't too bad, and there might be good reasons and rationale for why you want to train stability alongside loading. Vast majority of times I'll separate these out, so it means that we can really focus on specific targeted loading. So we're going to set up about a shoulder width apart, going to feel pressure fairly evenly distributed across forefoot, and then we're going to work through a 1, 2, 3 second tempo that I like to use a lot. So we're going to come up for 1, concentric, hold for 2, isometric, come down for 3, so we're biasing the eccentric phase. So we'll do a couple of reps for 1, hold for 2, down for a count of 3. And if we want to double the load, then we've got an easy built-in progression with this exercise where we can go into our single limb position. For 1, hold for 2, down eccentric for 3. If we want another easy progression on this, then we can look at adding external weight. And to do this adequately, often what you might find is that grip strength might become your limiting factor, which is why I'm putting my wrist straps on, because the amount of load and force that big powerful plantar flexors, in particular gastrocnemius soleus, deal with, and the force that goes through the Achilles tendon, that can be, depending on where you're looking and what you're reading, around 3 times body weight, or when you're running, that can be 5 times plus body weight. Essentially, big forces when you're looking at multiples of body weight, you need to add reasonable external load. Now, this won't be appropriate for all patients, and often body weight does do the job, but especially in more athletic populations, you need to add external load typically to initiate the tissue change and to fall within that therapeutic range that we want. So for me, putting enough force through this is going to mean that it's not my calves, it's not my Achilles, it's not my plantar fascia that's sort of becoming the fatigued structure. It's my hands, it's my forearms, it's my grip strength. And that's why we've got the wrist straps, to make sure that we're actually getting the fatigue through our target structures. So we'll go through just a couple of reps. Now, when we're doing double limb and we're doing 2 dumbbells together, that can make the balance aspect to this a little bit more challenging, because obviously not got a free hand to hold on to anything. But we just rinse and repeat, same 1, 2, 3 second tempo. As long as you've got adequate stability, we can put full load through there. And then if you wanted to, you can look at some shifted load. So I'm putting more of that force through right leg. Challenges my stability a bit more, but it means we've got another inbuilt progression there. If you did have stability issues, the easy way to add load to this is by actually doing a single limb version, because we've got a free hand to hold on. So as a quick example, if we do this single limb, I can still get my external load, no balance challenge. Down for 3. So that's today's exercise, and there, double limb, out of breath, was heavyweight, just FYI. But today's exercise is double limb and single limb straight leg tiptoe raises for our calves, Achilles, plantar fascia.